I started collecting art without realizing that I would collect it. But I began buying art when I was around 18. It was a painting I bought in England, which I then gave to my mother, and I spent quite a bit of my pocket money on it at the time. But I think I truly started collecting at 27, when I founded my first company. I then chose paintings that I also wanted to have in my office. I collected these paintings while I was traveling and working around the world, on all continents, always finding or making time for it. When flying, planes usually land in major cities, and major cities have galleries. And yeah, in some galleries, I believe I bought 3 or 4 pieces in one visit because they resonated with what interested me and what I liked at that moment. It was important for me to someday, if you have collected so many paintings and kept them in your basement for 20 years, I always wanted to exhibit these pictures publicly. I originally planned to do this at the Hotel Bergström, which I built here in Lüneburg. But then I realized that the view there and the masonry and the wooden beams under the ceiling and so on would have been a pity to host an exhibition there. Then I established the next hotel here in Lüneburg, das Alte Kaufhaus, and there I had the opportunity to hold a small exhibition in the basement. The enthusiasm of the guests was great, but we only had a very few visitors because it was primarily for hotel guests. I searched for a long time, looking for a suitable location here, several years, and was also a bit at odds with the local administration. Finally, this location was proposed, and it convinced me because we're here on a little art mile now. The city theater, then the music school, and then the German Salt Museum. It's ideally located within a 500-meter radius, perfect for visits and tourists in Lüneburg. And we are noticing now it is being used a lot by tourists. I selected and purchased every painting or every artwork, every sculpture here by myself. If you want to do that, as in my case with over 500 artworks, it takes time, yeah. And I had the advantage, and now comes the second special aspect. I had the advantage that I could collect for over 50 years, and who can say that? Therefore, the range of the collection is special. A particular highlight is definitely Sam Jinks, an artist who creates hyper-realistic sculptures. And here too, the visitors' enthusiasm is tremendous. Perhaps the uniqueness is that we maybe have a maximum of 10% German artists, and 90% come from all over the world, which is also a big difference. It is truly international art. I have acquired artworks 3, 4 years ago, or last year even, that I wouldn't have bought at the age of 30. Conversely, I acquired things at 30 that I scratch my head about today and say, did you really like that? Yeah. For me, the piano or piano music has always been very important in my life. We always had pianos at home. And in the hotels I owned, there was always live music. So it was always clear there would be music here too. So we just hosted our third event, Music Meets Art, because the first 2 events were sold out. And yeah, it was fun. And I think we meet the taste of people interested in art with the combination of art and music. I also think that this explains why we attract people who perhaps previously had a certain respect for art or were afraid that they would not be interested, that they would not like it because they were afraid that only abstract things would be shown, or that kind of thing. And they are afterwards totally relieved that they found something they thought was wonderful or beautiful. The building that has been here for almost a year now is designed to be timeless, minimalist, and actually only have 3 elements. These are the colors, white and black, and glass. That's how the building is designed, and it should look simple and pure, because inside it's colorful. And that was the idea. Beforehand, I tried for 5 years to find a building, but then decided to build one by myself. And as it often happens when you start something like this, you usually underestimate the effort and the associated costs, and it ended up being twice as expensive as originally planned. But if I am to believe the visitors, they like it, yeah, and it fits the collection. I see art today with somewhat different eyes. Art is also commerce. Not for me. Here we are a non-profit foundation, and I haven't acquired a single work here with the idea that it will increase in value. Yeah, that was completely uninteresting to me. I can truly say, and my wife will confirm, if you are working 7 days a week, 10 hours each day, then you need something like this. And in that respect, it has positively influenced me. It has made my work easier. Work also has other moments, things that you didn't expect, that you didn't even want. And then art is a wonderful thing.